Hello students, good morning to all. This is your economics teacher INR. I hope you are well and utilizing the time wisely. In the previous class, you learned about the meaning of macroeconomics, economic system and its types. Today, you are going to learn about concept of macroeconomics and the circular flow of income. Please watch this video very carefully till the end. I am going to ask you a few questions from previous topics. Question number 1. Who is referred as father of economist? Question number 2. Who coined the word macro? Question number 3. Who is regarded as father of modern macroeconomics? Question number 4. What is macroeconomics? Question number 5. What are the kinds of economic system? Okay. Answer for the question. Question number 1. Who is referred as father of economist? Adam Smith. Question number 2. Who coined the word macro? Ragnar Frisch. Question number 3. Who is regarded as father of modern macroeconomics? J.M. Keynes. Question number 4. What is macroeconomics? The term macro means large. Macroeconomics studies the economic system as a whole. In it, we get a complete picture of the working of the economy. It is a study of the relation between broad economic aggregate such as total employment, saving and investment. We may also say that macroeconomics is the theory of income, employment, prices and money. That is why macroeconomics is sometimes studied under the title Income and Employment Analysis. Question number 5. What are the kinds of economic system? There are three kinds of economic system. One is capitalist economy, second one socialist economy, and the third one mixed economy. Fine. Let us enter into the concept. Please take the page number 10. First topic. Concept of macroeconomics. There are three basic concepts of macroeconomics. They are stock or static, flow or dynamic, and economic model. First we will discuss stock or static. In the case of stock or static analysis, we examine a problem at any given moment of time. Even in static analysis, sometimes we consider a short period rather than a single point. We assume that some changes take place during the short period. The method of approach where we take note of changes in the short period is known as comparative statics. For example, in comparative statics, we compare the state of economy at one moment to the state of the economy at another moment. Marshall analysis of supply and demand is good examples of comparative statics. Next, you are going to learn about flow or dynamics. In flow or dynamic analysis, we examine the path or process by which the economy moves from one state of equilibrium to another. Time element is an important factor in dynamic analysis. Change is the key word in dynamic analysis. For example, investment during a given period may depends upon the rate of interest in the previous period. The study of the trade cycle may be given as good examples of dynamic analysis. In short, stock can be measured at a given point of time. A flow is a quantity that can be measured only in terms of specified period of time. In other words, it has a time dimension. For example, wealth is a stock and income is a flow. Thirdly, you are going to discuss economic model. Economic model is a simplified representation of real situation. A model is an explanation of how the economy or part of the economy works. The commonly used economic model are the supply demand model and circular flow model and Smith model. Okay, what is meant by demand and supply? Demand for a commodity refers to the desire backed by ability to pay and willingness to buy it. Supply means the goods offered for sale at a price during a specific period of time. Second topic, circular flow of income. The circular flow of income is a model of an economy showing connection between different sectors of the economy. It shows flows of income, goods and services, and factors of production between economic agents such as firms or industry, household or family, government expenditure, and nations. There are three models of circular flow of income representing the major economic system. One is two-sector model, second one three-sector model, third four-sector model. Circular flow of income in two-sector economy. There are only two sectors, namely household sector and firm sector. Household sector. Household sector spends in entire income or a certain amount of income on the purchase of goods and services produced by the business sectors. The household sector is the sole buyer of goods and services and the sole suppliers of factors of production like land, labor, capital, and organization. The household sector receives or gets income from firms or industry sector by providing the factors of production owned by it. Firms. The firm sector generates its revenue by selling goods and services to the household sector. It hires the factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, and organization, owned by the household sector. Please see the flow chart in page number 12. This flow chart refers to two important areas. One is goods and service and another one is factors of production. The outer circle represents real flow or factors and goods, and the inner circle represents the monetary flow or factor price and commodity prices. Real flow indicates the factor services flow from household sector to the business sector, and goods and services flow from business sector to the household sector. Algebraically, it may be expressed as under y is equal to c plus I, where y is income, family income or household income, c is consumption, that is family consumption or household consumption, I is investment. Next, you are going to learn about three-sector economy from circular flow of income. In addition to household and firms, inclusions of the government sector makes this model a three-sector model. The government levies taxes of household and firms. What is meant by tax? A tax is one of the important sources of public revenue. A tax is a compulsory charge or payments levied by the government on an individual or corporation. Our government collects taxes are of different types. They are 1. Direct and indirect taxes, 2. Proportional, progressive, regressive and digressive taxes, 3. Specific and ad valorem taxes, 4. Value added taxes or VAT. Fifth one, single and multiple taxes and other taxes like GST, goods and service taxes, SGST, state goods and service taxes, CGST, central goods and service taxes, and so on. Repeats the same line. The government levies taxes on household and firms, purchase of goods and services from the firms, and receives factors of production from household sector. On the other hand, the government also makes social transfer such as pension, like old age pension or other pension, relief. Relief means financial or practical assistance given to those in special need and difficulty, subsidies, A subsidy is a form of financial aid or support extended to an economic sector, generally with the aim of promoting economic and social policy. Again, repeat. On the other hand, the government also makes social transfer such as pension, relief, subsidies to the household. Under three sector model, national income is obtained by adding consumption expenditure, investment expenditure and government expenditure. It can be expressed algebraically in the form of equation as under y is equal to c plus I plus g, where y is national income, c refers to consumption expenditure, I refers to investment expenditure, g refers to government expenditure. Next, going to learn about four sector model. In four sector economy, in addition to house, firms and government, a fourth sector, namely external sector, is included. In real life, only four sector economy exists. The external sector comprises exports and imports. It is illustrated in the flow chart. In four sector economy, expenditure for the entire economy includes domestic expenditure C plus I plus G and net export X minus M. Net export means export minus import, where X refers to export, M refers to import. It can be expressed algebraically as y is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M, where y is national income, C consumption expenditure, I investment expenditure, G government expenditure and X minus M is refers to net export or export minus import. That's all for today. We will continue in the next class. Finish the assignment by clicking the link below. Thank you very much, student.